going to be making a wildflower table centerpiece, otherwise known as a pillar candle wreath. You're going to need a big bundle of wildflowers, the scissors, florist's wire and a straw wreath. So I'm wrapping the florist's wire around the wreath and just tying it off, but I'm not going to cut the wire yet. Then I'm just taking the shepherd's purse and I'll use some of the lady's mantle, and I'm just going to tie this onto the wreath or bind it around with the florist's wire until the whole wreath is covered. I'll speed it up for you in a minute, but I just wanted you to see how to start the wreath off. Any bits of stalks that are sticking out, you can just cut those off with the scissors. And bear in mind, this is a wildflower wreath, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to look very neat and tidy unless you want it to look like that. If you do, then you probably just have to wrap some more wire around it to make it look a bit neater. We're going to be adding lots more flowers to this wreath anyway, so don't worry, it will look much tidier by the end. Just wait and see. I'm just going to continue adding shepherd's purse and lady's mantle to the wreath until I've made my way all the way around and I'm back at where I started. So once the wreath is covered completely, I'm going to start adding some of my wildflowers, and for that I'm going to start with the larger ones first. So I've got some cow parsley here, and the trick with cow parsley is to pick it when it's in full bloom and then it doesn't go droopy. So I've got a mixture here. I've got some that's in full bloom and I've also got some that hasn't bloomed yet. So this is the green that I'm adding yet now to the wreath. And then with the rest of the flowers, I'm going to start making little posies. So I'm going to take a few different types of flowers and seed heads. I've got nigella here as well with seed pods of nigella. That looks really gorgeous in a wreath. And I'll just bind these posies onto the wreath, overlapping as I go. And I've tried to keep the same flowers in each posy so that there's a consistency all the way around the wreath. And you might be asking yourself by now, why is she putting these flowers onto a straw wreath and not into florist's foam? Well, the reason for that is that I want this wreath to dry out. It's going to last a few days fresh like this if it's not placed into strong sunshine. So it will dry out. But I wanted to dry out and I wanted to use it as a dried wreath that I can use through autumn as well. And I can still add flowers to this as well, even when it's dried. And I can tell you, it smells amazing. And once it's completely dried, you could even add a few drops of essential oil and it will make your room smell lovely. Some of the summer flowers that I'm using for this wreath, I don't even know what they are. I just saw them while I was out walking and thought they looked really cute, and I knew they would look good in the wreath, so I just picked some and they look amazing. So it just goes to show, I know I'm always saying this, but it's true that you don't need to have loads of money to have a lovely home or lovely home decor. You just need to have a little bit of patience, a little bit of time, and most of all, joy in crafting and making. You know, I could imagine these looking really great as wedding table flowers or as a table centerpiece for any type of summer celebration, really. If you did this the day before, they would keep fresh for a couple of days, and if you keep them in a cool place and spray them with water, they'd stay fresh even longer. And by the way, this tutorial is up on the blog and there's a bit more information there. Just go on over to chalkingupsuccess.com and type into the search bar wildflower wreath and it should come up straight away. Well, I think I'm almost finished with this wreath now. I'm just going to go around again and look for any gaps, and I'm going to fill those in with some flowers or bits of foliage. I've got some berries here, some green berries. I think they were from a viburnum tree. I'm not 100% sure. I did Google them when I got back home and it looked to me as if this could be viburnum, but I'm not sure. But anyway, they look fabulous in the wreath and they add a bit more texture, which is always a good thing. And this is how it looks when it's finished. I've just popped a pillar candle inside a glass hurricane lantern and popped that into the middle of the wreath. And there you are. Doesn't it look gorgeous? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me. And hit the bell if you'd like to be notified when I upload a new video. Ciao, ciao!